Hey guys, it's Bethany Finch with American Made Home Solutions. Today we're talking about how to increase the value of your apartments for multifamily. So one of the great things about apartments and multifamily is that the value is not based on comps, how much that property there sold, how much that property sold, and that they're like and similar. It's actually based on income and how much how much income the property is generating. So the great thing about that is the things that you do that directly impact that NOI, net operating income, increases or decreases the value of your property. So some of the great things that you can do depending on the property, the condition, and things of that nature could be several things. The number one thing that almost everybody does that is pretty common, right? Raise the rents. You just raise the rents, it automatically increases the income. On the flip side though, by raising the rents, sometimes if you raise them above market rents, you could be pushing out good tenants, right? So then you've lost income. So there's a risk versus reward. Those are things we have to keep in mind when we're actually doing this. That's where our experience comes into play. Another thing that is very common to do is a lot of properties like to allow pets, but they're not charging for those pets. There's an added expense when you have pets on your property. There's a cleanup, there's a maintenance side of it, there's a lot of added expense. You'll want to have poop stations and things of that nature. So charging pet rent and larger pet deposits is definitely a must. And in doing so, it can actually generate more income as well. Sometimes properties have hookups for washer dryers, but they don't have actual units in them. They're just the capability. So if the residents wanted to come and say rent or lease equipment from you, then in those situations they can just pay additional fee and then they rent or lease the equipment from you. Obviously that's another way and means of getting more income for the property. Sometimes properties will have community areas, barbecue areas and things like that. Putting vending machines in that area that sell drinks and candy and such is another possibility for increasing the income. One of the biggest things that goes unknown or undone maybe is older properties where the utilities are not separated out. It just comes as one bill to the owner and then that owner just pays the whole bill. So there's a way that you can do that through the RUB system and get that back into the hands of the tenants. Oftentimes those tenants or residents are completely unaware of their bill. So what happens is then they just use as much water and electricity as they want, and there's no opposite accountability effect. And so in increasing that to them, it allows them to start thinking about that, and you're able to reduce some of that. Sometimes putting recycling stations on your properties is another way to increase that. The reason that is because by putting recycling stations where cardboard and such can be recycled, that's less going into the trash, which means less times being dumped, which then reduces the amount of money you're paying every month as an expense on your garbage fees. The reason that helps is because if your income, say, is at 100,000 and then you have 90,000 in expenses, well, now you only have 10,000 in NOI, net operating income. But if you have 100,000 of income, don't change the income, right? But you drop your expenses from 90,000, say, down to 50,000. Well, now you have 50,000 of net operating income, and that is a difference of $40,000, right? In this scenario I just made up, right? So that does increase the value of your property because your net operating income is what they're looking at. So things like that are things that you can do. There's other ways that you can fine tune that and make it specific to your property and such. And with our American Made Home Solutions and our asset management experience, we're happy to take a look at any deals that you currently have or ones that you're wanting to do and bring our experience to the table and see if we can help you find ways to do that and implement that as well. So if you're interested in having a conversation like that, by all means, give us a call, 360-386-1334. If it's something that it's like, okay, it's way too lengthy, send us an email, info@ AmericanMadeHomeSolutions.com. And we'd be happy to set up an appointment time that you can come. And if you'd like to set up an appointment, we'll put the link down below here. You can just set up an appointment and we can schedule a call when we can go through. One of the best things about working with American Made Home Solutions is the experience that we bring. There's a lot of value in that, so much value that lenders will not fund people on their deals if they don't have an experienced team member, either on the GP side or running the property and the asset management and such. So give us a call today. The link below will have our appointment schedule on it, so you can simply just click on there and schedule a time. If you need to reach us sooner, email or call us today. Have a great day. We will talk to you later on the next live video. Bye for now.